Just give me like a quick introduction of who you are, what you do, what's your superpower.
So I'm Richard. I'm currently at Growth.Pro as a agency lead. So think of it as your revenue officer and your marketing officer, kind of like a double-hatting role with parts of it on operations.
So what excites you about SEO compared to other strategies like Facebook ads, Google ads?
SEO is one of the underexplored or underutilized channel for a lot of businesses. Doesn't matter whether you're B2B, B2C, DTC, or even like G2G. When it comes to marketing, we've been popularizing the term performance marketing a lot. We forget the fundamental of how humans behave. And what happened then is that performance marketing in today's context pretty much turned into just programmatic offline digital display ads. Yes, well, you can still target people when target to a certain extent, but we are slowly forgetting everything starts with search. When I say search, it doesn't mean Google. It could be searching on social media for reviews and videos. It could be searching on ChatGPT. It could be searching on Perplexity. It could be searching on Bing or Yahoo. It's about how do I appear at the relevant touch points of my customers.
So let's just say I'm an e-commerce company right now. How would your process be, right, into optimizing everything? Let's just say I'm an e-commerce company selling water bottles.
When it comes to e-commerce, it's very different. The first things first is optimize your collection pages. You want to target commercial and transactional keywords. For search engines, anything that's commercial and transactional, to be relevant to the user, I want to show a page that they can transact. That means either it's a collection page or a product page. So if you are in e-commerce, the first thing you do is blog post, right? You're wasting your time. So let's say you're selling water bottles, then you just go into either, depending on the tool you have, Keyword Planner, Ahrefs, SEMrush or whatnot, and look for variation or permutations of water bottle. Is it plastic bottle, water bottle, green water bottle, blue, and you optimize for the keyword says, I have aluminium metal bottle collection page. And that page you can optimize for the keyword aluminium water bottle. Why collection page first? Because you have a lot more subjectivity compared to product page. Because product page is very specific, you can't really play around with the parent or the root keyword.
Is there a guideline to how many words should I put inside, number of headlines, or what is your general process when it comes to optimizing that page?
What matters to the search engine and you would have what matters to human, right? Both have to happen. What matters to the search engine is, are your URL structured properly? A bit technical, so we have this thing called a crawl depth or website depth. That means how many slash you have in your URL. The shorter, the better. abc.com/collection/aluminum water bottle versus abc.com/aluminum water bottle. The second one will be better. Why? Because from an indexing perspective, the lower the depth, that means the less slash you have in your URL, the faster the crawl bots can get to that particular page.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting insight.
You have your URL, you have your title, two title. One is the title on the page of what you want people to see, and you have your meta title, what you want to show on the search engines. Meta title is where you do your click-through rate optimization. When people see it, does it make them click on the link even when you rank on top? Then you have your meta description, which is on the search engine. You don't really have a limit on your collection page, but it matters where you place it. So that's where your collection page template comes in, right? Because if you have a long wall of text before people see your product, I'll get out of the website.
I'm going to give you another scenario again. Bear with me here. So let's say I'm a B2B company. How would my SEO strategy look like?
There are two plays. I'm an accountant. I'm still B2B, but I'm very service-based, right? So you don't really have a product or collection page on that. So that is where you use blog to win keywords on questions that your prospect are likely to research on. Do you want your site to be where people send in contact inquiry? You don't need to transact, like pay money on the website. Instead of a buy button, the button is like WhatsApp me or contact me.
Suppose I'm a business owner. I'm looking at strategies to put my money on, right? I'm citing performance marketing and I don't see that benefit from SEO because I'm probably short term. What are some objections that I would normally say and how do you normally overcome that?
I would say if you run ads, you're forcing your content into the eyeball. Context then is that how do I optimize or manage my content to make people want WhatsApp me or click and contact me? You can buy traffic very fast, whether it's social ads or SEM, Google ads or whatnot. But the thing is, for a service provider, I am unlikely to search for a brand brand. How do I do invoicing DIY, right? There's no brand attached. So in order for a brand or B2B to enter that conversation, if I take back the example we have earlier, which is water bottle, right? Yeah, I can target premium water bottle, but if that is too hard for me to win, I can target pink, blue, black water bottle. But if you're accounting, there's only that many keywords that you can play around with. It ends up everyone's competing for the same keyword. For you to move up is very hard. I mean, it's slower than e-commerce. At least from those that I have hands-on, e-commerce, you can get your first sale within 3 to 6 months. You see the uplift. To be, you're looking at potentially 24 to 26 months. The lead come in for e-commerce, I want to buy, and now it's my own wallet. For B2B, because you have a procurement process for most, right? Your sales cycle is a lot longer. So even if the lead come in today, they may only convert 1 year down the road. And this is not just B2B. Like even some B2C service-based business would see a similar pattern. Let's say we take the example of dentists. 20 years ago, you only have maybe 5 to 10 dentists in a town. But today, with all the young graduates and whatnot, right, you suddenly have a pop-up of 200 dentists. And let's not forget, you have younger dentists, they want to make their name, they slash price and they try to become cheaper, right? And you are there and like, how do I profit without cutting my price?
Since we're talking about showing up online, a lot of people are talking about zero-click SEO, where we're looking at AI overviews, we're looking at whatever that comes out on the Google search engine page without clicking into websites, right? So in a way, it's a little bit harder to track clicks from the search engine. How is that affecting people's uptake to spending in SEO, or what are you seeing in the market right now?
Yeah, a lot of the keywords or things that come out on your zero click, whether it's AI or whether it's Google AI or your search engine, they are informational content. How do I cook an egg? Then they will always append a link towards it. Let's say if you're building informational content, there will be still likelihood of people coming in from those. But if you're on transactional keywords like I want to buy an egg, AI overview is very low likelihood to come out, because the intent of AI overview or AI search engine is how can I assist you to find information before you transact. So even if you search, you will notice keywords or some questions you type. Sometimes you have AI overview, sometimes you don't. Your search engine result page changes depending on how you behave. AI overview is, think of it as when you build informational content for both the GPTs and also the AI overview, you are also in a way building the brand touch point. Whether people click or not, that's a different story. But if you win that, that also means that you are considered relevant, which also means your organic ranking can go up as well. So it all ties back together.
So if I'm a B2B company today, what's the one thing I should look at in SEO if I'm going to go into SEO right now?
Your CMS.
My CMS.
Your CMS would set the limitations of what you can and cannot do when it comes to marketing as a whole. So like for example, I think the most basic one is that are they easy enough to do schema integration? The scripts that you put in to let the search engine understand what you do. Your CMS is very important. So we've seen CMS where people try to hard code and whatnot, then 5-figure budget have to flow out to fix the website, and there you wonder, is it worth my time? So if your B2B don't have a website, your CMS is your key consideration, because that affects how you integrate with your paid ads platform as well.
True. And you would recommend WordPress any time of the day?
I worked on Webflow, I worked on WordPress, I worked on Shopify, WooCommerce. They all have their nuances, but try to keep to the mainstream CMS. I think in short, keep to the mainstream CMS unless you have your own in-house technical team.
Unless it's a strong reason you have to have a hard-coded CMS or something like that, right? Got it. Interesting insight. Okay, Richard, thanks for your time. I think this has been very insightful. I can't wait to hear and learn more from you during the conference that we're going to have soon.